All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TurkPride.tv and our presentation of today's high school boys baseball game between the hometown Sultan Turks and the visiting Cedar Park Christian Eagles. My name is Dan. I'm here with my co-host, Matt. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right today.
Good, good. It's been a long time. No see. So, Matthew, you're going to. I wasn't here on Friday. You were. So, for our fans at home that maybe didn't catch the game on Friday, give us a quick recap of how the game went on Friday.
Well, end game, we won by 1 point. Do you remember what the score was?
I believe it was 7-6 is what it showed on the Cascade
right.
Conference.
So they gained quite a few points at the start of the game. We weren't feeling too optimistic, but then at the top of the 5th inning, we gained 7 runs in a row, which we maintained for the rest of the game, and just barely.
So we just broke out in the 5th inning, just broke the thing wide open, is what you're saying. Very cool. So yeah, they were playing Friday Harbor, I believe it was, and 7-6 was the final score. So yeah, I was talking to Mickey Miller, our PA announcer, and she said it was a very entertaining, very exciting game on Friday. So, and then prior to that, we had a game that was with Overlake, which was a non-conference, and the Turks, well, on the short end of that one, 12-11. So they've had 2 one-run games, one a win, one a loss so far this season. So we'll see what happens today, huh? Maybe we'll be in for another close one today, huh, Matt?
We'll see.
All right.
Hopefully not too close.
Hopefully not. That's right. Hopefully, if it's close, that the Turks are on the positive end of that close score. So we're getting ready. They've exchanged lineup cards at home plate. The warm-up tosses are being completed, and we'll be underway here in just a minute. It's going to be number 22, on the hill for the Turks. That's Elias Lopez, the big right-hander, is getting warmed up. And, you know, Matthew, I was looking at the weather. I pulled up, and it was beautiful sunny day, and then the rain just came through.
Noticed as I was driving in.
And I thought, my gosh, are we going to get this thing in? It was just kind of a thunderstorm. It rained for about 10 minutes, and now it's stopped. Field is damp, definitely is damp, but in playable conditions, so hopefully we'll be able to get the game in today.
They should be used to damp by now.
Yeah, we're in Washington. You need to be used to damp, right, Matthew?
All right. Lopez, the pitcher, he was our player of the game last game.
Was he? Very good. So Elias getting those last couple warm-up tosses in. And Alex Perigo, number 21, is going to be behind the plate catching today for the Turks. And we're about ready to get underway. Oh, okay. All right, leading off for the Eagles, number 6, Michael Doyle. And the first pitch from Lopez. Ooh, inside for a ball. Looked like, I thought it did, but it hit, looks like it hit our catcher, Mr. Perigo, on the shin guards and bounced off. Ball 1. Yeah, Dave's got us in freezing conditions here. Got a little chilly all of a sudden. I think it was beautiful, sunny day, and boy, the showers came through, and it's very cloudy and overcast right now, and a little on the cool side, but we're out here playing baseball. And right on the outside corner, strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, just underway here in the top of the first. For those of you joining us, we appreciate you spending time with us here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Ooh, Matthew's finding that spot, isn't he?
Yeah.
That outside corner there, he's in the grooves right now. Foul back to the screen. Keeps it at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And foul straight back to the screen. Keeps it at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And holds 2-2. So Lopez going through quite a few pitches here of this first batter, Matthew. fouled back out of play. Count stays at 2-2. And the delivery.
Ricocheted off the Eagles dugout.
There you go. And we're I got to get used to this. We have our Jugs radar gun here today. We're able to give you that with 77 mile-per-hour pitch there from Lopez. So we'll chime in periodically and tell you how the young man's throwing out there on the hill. And it was an off-speed outside curve, 65 mile/hour.
Still warming up.
Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the first inning. And a swing and a miss and got him. So the leadoff batter goes down on strikes, and that's going to bring up number 18, Quinty Yoshida. So Yoshida steps in, left-hander. First pitch outside, ball 1.
Last game, Lopez's pitches were averaging around like 73, 74.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll kind of keep that in mind, and we'll see how his velocity, 74 on that one, lifts it into left field, and that's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Eagles here in the top half of the first. Going to bring up number 15, George Reedy. So Reedy, I remember that name from last year. Big, tall kid. I believe he's their first baseman. And that pitch in dirt from Lopez. Ball 1. Low, ball 2. So Matthew, did we have a good-sized crowd on Friday, or what was the crowd like?
Oh,
Not on Friday, not tonight's game, but on Friday's game.
Yeah, it was quite a bit more than
more than today. Well, it was beautiful. Friday was a beautiful day.
Yeah, so I imagine that factored in.
And Friday, people not to, kind of just hanging out, taking it easy on a Friday afternoon. Strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the first. And high, ball 4. All right, so Reedy takes a free pass, and they will adjust. It's going to bring up number 7, Brandon McLean. So number 7, McLean. Hey, Sultan, welcome. Welcome to the broadcast. Sultan's going to be one of our assistant student producers today. So we're training new people here on site. So that's great. It's a great opportunity for students to get out here and get some practical experience. That's what Matthew's here doing today. Hi,
senior this year, we're going to have to start getting ready.
This is it, man. Yeah, it's like I said, I've got Dave, I got to train a new one. Matthew's leaving it. Oh, just get them broke in, and then they leave. Zoltan's going to be stepping up. There we go. There we go. Bring him up. Bring him up through the ranks. Inside. Ball 3. 3 balls. No strikes. So Lopez struggling here just a little bit, Matthew. He looked real sharp on his first batter, but eating up a lot of pitches here in this first inning. High, and 2 consecutive walks now. So men on first and second. Got a runner in scoring position with Reedy out there at second base. And at this point, you just want to get this third out, get out of this inning without giving up a run.
Best we can hope for.
We don't want to count on another game like Friday where they get 7 runs in 1 inning, right? You don't want to bank on that.
Yeah.
Inside.
It was nice that we won, but it was a little uncomfortable, like that they had that many runs up until we had one good inning.
Yeah.
It could have very easily been one bad inning.
You like to spread them out over a little bit more than have them come in big clumps. But, you get those innings where things just break just your way and you get on a roll and take advantage of it. So,
like we rotated through the entire batter line. It was great.
you batted all the way around. That's awesome. When you get an opportunity, when you just really get rolling, that's a great feeling. Lopez comes to the plate outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners at first and second for the Eagles. Top of the first, no score. And chopped right at the first baseman, fields it cleanly, and makes the play unassisted for out number 3. So, no hits, 2 walks, no runs. We go to the bottom half of the first. Score tied, 0-0. Perfect. And I think we're gonna pay a bill here, Matthew, also too.
Yeah, we're gonna do some commercials.
Perfect. We're gonna pay some bills. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2 and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
All right, we are back. So, Matthew, looks like number 15, Mr. Reedy, is going to be the pitcher for the Eagles here. As we get a first opportunity, my first opportunity this season to see the Turks take some cuts at the ball here. So, was there anybody? Now, you said, Matthew, before we went on our game, player of the game on Friday was who again?
Elias Lopez.
Elias Lopez. So our pitcher tonight was our TurkPride.tv player of the game, and we will be selecting a new player of the game tonight. Is that the plan there, Matthew?
Yes.
All right. Like I said, you got to keep me in line today because it's my first time this season. So if things have changed, just let me know as we go along. All right, so leading things off for the hometown Turks, the catcher. Number 21, the catcher, Alex Perigo, stepping in, leading things off for the Turks in the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch from Reedy. 78 mile per hour on the outside corner for strike 1. So Reedy, big, tall right-hander. That is low ball. Off speed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike. 2-2. And caught him looking, strike 3. So 1 up, 1 down for the Turks. And stepping in, our pitcher, starting pitcher tonight, number 22, Elias Lopez, the TurkPride.tv player of the game on Friday. Just checking the weather light now. High clouds, heavily overcast, 52 degrees here as we start the game today. So it is a little on the chilly side, Matthew. I mean, it's It was nice earlier. It was warmer. Here it's gotten chilly. What would baseball in the Northwest be without cold weather, right? It's always cold in baseball
Part of the
season.
game.
It is. It just unfortunately is. Ooh, nice pitch by Reedy on the outside corner. That's an 80-mile-per-hour fastball. And hit sharply, but right to the second baseman. Fields it cleanly, comes up throwing over to first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks.
Along the vein of the weather, when I played baseball, we went up to Everett to play a game. Not only was it super bright outside, which we were not used to, it was like a plastic field, a turf field.
Oh.
It wasn't, so we weren't used to how the balls bounce.
Uh-huh.
Foul. Nice shot out to right field, though.
There you go. All right. Sorry about that. Just had a notification come in. Eric Turner stepping in, battling hard out there, trying to get something going here for the Turks in the bottom half of the first inning. 2 up, 2 down. And Reedy so far well in control early on. Hit hard, straight away center. Center fielder's got a beat on it and makes the play cleanly for out number 3. So at the end of 1, we're still tied. Nothing, waiting for that first hit for either side.
Let's pay some bills.
Let's do it.
And we're back.
And we are back. I just got a text message from executive producer extraordinaire Diamond Dave Moon, sitting in his office watching the broadcast on his TV. So it looks fantastic. Here broadcasting in HD this season. I know that last year we tried demoed that out, had some technical difficulties, but it is up and running. I'm looking at it here on the YouTube feed right now, and it looks good. It looks good. It looks warmer at home than it is here. If you're watching it at home on the TV, it's warmer than it is here, so be thankful.
Yeah, we don't have the best equipment right in it, but it's enough to know what's happening.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. Like I said, we get a little bit more sunshine, get the grass to draw in and grow a little bit better. It'll look even nicer, but Gordy Hill and the groundskeeping staff we have here at Sultan High School does an excellent job in maintaining these fields and get them in playable condition. All right, we're moving on to the second inning here. Leading off for the Eagles is number 8, Ben Hahn. Fouled back to the screen, strike 1. Matthew, I keep wanting to call them the Golden Eagles because they have gold in the color of their uniforms, but technically they're just the Eagles.
Yeah.
Dave says it's much warmer in his office than out here. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. You're welcome to come back, Dave, anytime and spend time with us here up in the booth, Yeah, bring a heater. If you come back, bring a heater, Mickey says. All right, Lopez delivers to the plate, and that's on the outside corner. Strike 77 miles per hour. So Lopez has been, now since you mentioned that, Matthew, been kind of checking, hitting that mid to upper 70s pretty consistently. Good velocity. So we'll see how that, as the game transpires, if he loses some of that velocity. Fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Lopez comes to the plate. Chopped foul down the third base line. Really, Matthew, come to think of it, if Dave's just sitting in his office watching the TV and watching us, why isn't he here?
Well, from his office, then he'll be able to know if something's wrong.
Oh, okay.
On the home front.
I see. Okay. All right. Hide inside.
We couldn't necessarily know if something's wrong from our perspective.
Okay. All right. I guess. I think he was just looking for an excuse to get into a warm place. A soft chair. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Lopez. 1 down, 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the second.
On the Golden Eagles, like the Beatles, the band, they went through quite a few names before finally landing them. But one of them was the Golden Beetle.
There you go.
It's already copyrighted.
There you go. Very cool. I did not know that. Next up for the Eagles, not the Golden Eagles, just the Eagles. Number 24 is Ryan Maxwell. And Lopez, caught the inside corner. I wasn't sure he was going to get that. That was a nice little off-speed pitch, 64 miles per hour on that one for strike 1.
And even more Beatles, one of their songs, Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
There you go. You are definitely a Beatles fan. Over to third base, fields it cleanly. Over to first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks. And that's going to bring up number 12, Jacob Cady. Cady with a C is how the young man spells his last name. Chopped sharply, but right at the shortstop. Field cleanly, comes up throwing strong. Over to first for out number 3. So both sides still looking for their first base run, or for their first hit of the game. 3 up, 3 down for the Cedar Park Eagles here in the top half of the first. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. We're going to go to the bottom of the second with a score 0-0. Matthew, we got some bills to pay, or we're going to recognize some sponsors here.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor, delle belle
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
All right, we're back. And perfect timing here as we head back to action. Coming in number 27.
Number 27, Jack Hamilton.
Oh, Jack Hamilton. There we go. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's like 27. There he is. Jack Hamilton, number 27, steps in. And our next break, Matthew will mention some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Again, we appreciate all your support. And Hamilton hits a chopper over the shortstop, pump fakes twice, and over to first in time for out number 1. So both teams still looking for their first hit. We had a couple of walks, but no hits yet for either side. So very much a defensive struggle here early on. Next, number 6, River King. So, Matthew, what's the number one thing different about River King this year? That he's a year older. I mean, I get that. But other than that, what do you think back and remember?
Very much at the moment.
Okay, it'll come to you. You just think. I'll let you think on that one first a little bit. And strike there for Mr. King. And Reedy 78 miles per hour. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for the Turks here in the bottom half of the second. No score for those of you just joining us. We've had 2 walks given up by the Turks, but thus far no hits for either side. Strike on the outside corner. The Riverman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Matthew, have you flashed on it yet? What's different about River King?
No, I can't remember. Oh,
Foul
right
back over the
us.
screen. Way over the top of our booth here. At our palatial studios here at the at Sultan High School.
Enlighten me. What is different about River King?
The shoes. Remember the shoes, the bright orange shoes last year?
Really?
Yeah. He's definitely toned it down this year. You definitely knew where River was last year with those bright, kind of almost like soccer cleats out there. But this year going a little more traditional. And he hangs in there.
Yeah, I did soccer like a week ago. There was at least 3 pairs of more sneakers in there.
That's what I heard you've been doing some broadcasting, and we'll talk about soccer here and some of the upcoming events on TurkPride.tv as time allows here. And hits it straight away, popped up really sky high. Shortstop retreats back and makes the play unassisted for out number 2. So how many home soccer games, Matthew, have we had so far?
Home, I've done 2.
Done 2, okay.
I think you might have had 1 or 2 more since then, but I haven't covered those. I wasn't able to make a production meeting today to find out.
I see, okay. And popped up sky high. First baseman retreats into foul territory and makes the play for out number 3. So we go to the top of the third. Still no runs, no hits, no errors. 0-0, the Turks and the Eagles. All right, Matthew, you want to recognize some of our sponsors here on TurkPride.tv.
One of our sponsors is Sky Valley Inc. They provided our entire TurkPride.tv crew with great polo shirts. I personally also have one of those shirts.
Yes.
Right now it's lost in the cycle.
It lost in the wash cycle? In the wash cycle, okay. I hate it when that happens. That's like the sock that just never makes it out with its mate. Is
Exactly.
that kind of like that? Okay.
So if you ever need like custom printing or vinyl batters, Carrie Fulcher at Sky Valley Inc. at Gmail is the place to go. Also, the Sultan Turks Youth Basketball is also sponsoring us. They gave us their new scoreboard that we got in our gymnasium.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And of course, the Sultan High School Booster Club. They're always a
big supporter.
big supporter.
That's right.
No bias to us being in the same school or anything.
That's right. Hey, we got to give props where props are due. So, yeah, a lot of great sponsors, and we appreciate all of our sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Proud member of the NFHS network and earning elite status again on the NFHS network. And so we're very happy to receive that designation, and a lot of people working behind the scenes very hard. Executive producer Diamond Dave Moon and a cast of thousands bringing you these broadcasts on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. All right, London Conrad's going to step in first, squaring to bunt. Oh, and I think he's hit, and he's going to take a...
The boys haven't made any for me yet. Their walk-up music? They gotta make it. They picked their own Oh, I don't have my tablet yet, but I'm waiting for the boys to make up their walk-up music.
Perga was our ending pitcher last year. Maybe giving some tips to Elias, or notice something off with his pitching and is enlightening Elias.
Could be, yeah. Kind of helping out his teammate there. And low and outside, ball. I understand we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I got a couple of texts from executive producer Diamond Dave Moon on our audio, so we do apologize. But it sounds like we're back now, so hopefully that won't rear its ugly head again. I know Dave's back in Mission Central there trying to keep things working. Matthew, you having some problems on your end there? Yeah, we're getting a little scratchy there. All right, popped up there behind us. So Matthew, try that again.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
I guess it has to be at that perfect angle.
Yeah.
Since we don't seem to have any extra microphones up here, I'll have to make do.
All right. Well, we'll make it work for you here. All right. Understanding we're still having error. Okay. The audio's kind of been a little in and out, and again, we apologize for that, but working diligently to see if we can keep it working well here for you. All right, back to action. No ball, one strike. First base runner there for the Eagles. Lopez delivers, hit hard and deep to left field, and underneath it makes the catch for out number one. All right, Yoshida steps in. Second time we've seen Yoshida tonight. Lopez looking over at the runner at first. Ball, 74 miles per hour from Lopez, just a little outside. Lopez glances over at the runner, takes a sign, delivers, and hits just about the same spot, same speed, 74 miles per hour, high and outside. One ball, two strikes, one out here for the Eagles. Top of the third. And 75 miles per hour, but he hits the corner that time. So we are at 2-2. Oh, that's way outside. All right. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first, no score, top of the third. Lopez on the hill for the hometown Turks. Over to first. Runner gets back underneath the tag safely. And a walk. So now, very similar, Matthew, very similar to the first inning where we had runners on first and second and a 1 out, runner in scoring position for the Eagles. We'll just see how Lopez adjusts. Reedy, number 15, the pitcher, is going to step in, see if he's going to try to help his own cause, maybe push a run across here, get the Eagles on the board. Big cut swing and a miss. We were second, but second baseman really not in position, River King, to make a play on that. So we got King at second base. Lewis at first. Lopez delivers high. Peregrine saves a possible pass ball there, which would have advanced runners both. 1-1. And hit high, but back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Lopez, Matthews, he's battling out there. He's battling hard.
He's not as sharp, but he's working on it.
Yeah, not as sharp as you saw him on Friday.
No, but
swing and a miss. There you go. See, hey, it was good. You gave him some good mojo there. And now 2 outs. So now you just play for the easiest play. So that gets you really out of that danger situation as far as a run is concerned. So we're just going to take the easy out here and get out of this inning. High.
I've seen in other games them purposely walk a guy so then that can put him in a position to have like equal distance for the ball to go for an easier out.
Yep. Then you've got to force it any base at that play in that case. Here's what you want to see is just a nice little grounder right to your shortstop where you can flip it over to second base and get that force out for out number 3, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hit the inside corner there, 73 miles per hour from Lopez. Good looking pitch. Really hard to hit something like that when you're hitting that spot. Foul back. Boy, we've lost a lot of baseballs. Hopefully somebody's back there picking those things up.
They do have people delegated back there, although that looked like a pretty steep velocity. That might have gone to someone's yard.
Yeah, here, if you haven't been at Sultan High School before, we've got the outside. Got the road that's right behind the field here, but then you've got houses that are not that far off in the foul territory here. So I bet they have more than a few baseballs show up in their backyard. Over the years, they might have a big collection. Hopefully, they're nice enough to return them back to the high school office so we can put those back into circulation.
Maybe they're discounted for that exact reason.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, we just don't want to break somebody's window, right? Or something like that.
I don't know. The houses might have been built before the field. I think this field was made in the 90s.
Early 90s, yeah. I think it was like 92, 93 is when that was brought online. There's pictures even down here, and when you come up, there's a little placard that's there that kind of shows some of the early construction and people out helping with that and stuff.
Actually, a child on that placard, like he grew up and became a teacher. He teaches at our middle school.
That's correct.
Broughton.
Mr.
Yeah.
Broughton, that's correct. Blair Broughton was just a youngster in that picture.
I imagine the batter up here is getting pretty anxious.
Yeah, he's been battling hard out there. Like I said, Lopez has thrown quite a few pitches here through 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see, how long he goes. Obviously, in a very close game, you want to. Oh, he thought he had. He started walking off the mound. He thought he had him, but was not to be. So now walks the bases full. Cole Fazio steps in for the Eagles with an excellent opportunity. Fazio's just looking to push something through the infield and bring a run across. So first real test that Lopez has had so far this afternoon. Outside. Now, what you don't want to do is walk somebody. You don't want to walk a run across. You want to make them hit the ball and play defense. Oh, Ooh, pass ball. Yeah, Perigo's got to be on top of that one quick. He needs to know. I think he briefly forgot what the situation there was. Situation is you got a runner at third that potentially could scamper towards home if you're on that quickly enough. And Coach Leverett's going to make his way out and just talk things over with his young pitcher, and he's even bringing the infielders in just to make sure everybody's clear as far as where we're going with this thing.
Oh, the talking got pretty intense on Friday.
Did it? Well, when you're down 6-0, and then all of a sudden you come roaring back. I get there. It was, and you said it was what, like the 5th inning is when that happened? Yeah. So 5th inning is like if you haven't scored and you're down by 6, yeah, you're getting a little nervous at that point. It's not usually something you would expect to score 7 runs that late in the game when you've had 0 success up until that point in time. So, all right. Well, so again, the bases are loaded, 2 down. Turks just looking for an easy ground out to get their way out of this inning. Lopez delivers. Inside ball, and that's what we didn't want to have happen as you walk in that first run. So the Eagles are on the board and lead the Turks 1-0. Now that's unfortunate. Lopez is been working really hard and to walk one in, but so the bases remain full. Still 2 outs. And, Matthew, that's what happens. Sometimes it comes back to hurt you. Those walks can really come back to haunt you. Strike. 74 miles per hour on the outside corner there from Elias Lopez. Foul ball. Strike 2. So quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, number 8, Ben Hahn for the Eagles. Bases loaded. Those of you just joining us, you haven't missed a lot so far. It's been very much a defensive struggle here, but the Eagles have started to kind of break out. Foul back over the screen. A combination of walks given up by Elias Lopez and some timely hitting have got them on the board, leading the hometown Turks 1-0. Oh, just outside. Boy, Perigo was holding that. It's like, come on, I'll be sure you don't want to call that a strike. Ooh, hit hard to left field. Deep over his head. That scores 1. That scores 2. That'll probably hold him at third base. So 2 RBIs there. 2 RBI double for number 8, Ben Hahn of the Eagles. And now all of a sudden the Turks are trailing 3-0.
That is not what you want.
No. When you go from an opportunity of getting yourself out of the inning unscathed, and then all of a sudden, just that quickly, now you're down 3-0. So, gotta get into the dugout here, regroup, and give yourself an opportunity to see if we can get on the board. Two balls, no strikes. Still 2 outs. Seems like we've had 2 outs for like the last 15 minutes. And I bet it seems even longer for Mr. Lopez out there on the mound saying, I just want to get out of this inning. And it's going to drop. That's going to score 2 more. It's going to be a play at the plate, but no play at the plate. Wow. So scores 2 more. It now goes to 5-0, and the bases are empty except for the lone runner at first. So a 2 RBI single by number 24 now puts the Eagles in a very heavy lead here at 5-0. So Matthew, is this game starting to kind of look like Friday's game a little bit?
It's reminding me a little too much of Friday.
Well, no, maybe that's a good thing, because then we get a big inning here in the. It hit somebody's car in the 5th. So we'll see. We'll keep fingers crossed.
Nice to win, but Not fun to have such a small opening for comeback.
A window of opportunity, yes.
Theoretically, you don't want to have to come back.
No, you will. And again, it's early. We're not even halfway through the third inning yet, so we'll see if Turks can get the bats heated up here when they get their cuts in the bottom of the third. And that should do it here, hopefully, in the third. And yes, the
right.
number 3. So, but the Eagles strike. They score 5 big runs here in the top half of the third and lead the hometown Turks 5-0.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2, and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
And we're back. So Reedy finishes his warm-up tosses out there, and the Turks will get their opportunities here in the bottom half of the third. For those of you just joining us, first 2 innings, very uneventful. A couple of walks given up by the Turks, no runs for either side, and then the top of the third inning hit, and man, the floodgates broke open, which led to a 5-0 lead. So we'll see what the Turks can do their half of the third inning.
Now batting for the Turks, number 14, Jaden Boyd.
Jaden Boyd, number 14, leads things off for the Turks. Reedy on the hill, 76-mile-per-hour strike. Reedy gets his sign, comes to the plate, and hits the outside corner for strike 2. So quickly ahead of this first batter here. No balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom half of the third. Low and outside, ball 1. Strike 3. So Boyd goes down on the strikes. Number 8, the third baseman, Cody Deason, steps in, left-hander. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. And strike on right on the shoe tops there. Strike 3. Wow. Really looking sharp out there. Definitely got his control going on right now.
Number 1, Caleb Webb.
And number 1, Caleb Webb stepping in for the Turks.
Our center fielder, I believe.
There you go. Strike on the outside corner. So Matthew, what I'm seeing so far is I'm seeing kind of his overgeneralization. Reedy is getting sharper as the innings are going along, and Lopez has struggled a little bit. They're kind of Reedy seems to really kind of be getting in the groove, and Lopez is still trying to find that groove consistently. And popped up to second base, first baseman, second baseman. First baseman makes the play unassisted for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. Still showing a 0 on their side of the ledger, trailing 5-0.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo,
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
All right. So Matthew, what are your feelings so far in the game, and how things are coming along here?
It's been a real rough start, but we can recover.
So you're thinking? Are we thinking still? We're still holding out hope this is a replay of Friday.
At this point, yes.
That's what we're hoping for, right? There we go. And we have a new pitcher. Mickey Miller makes us aware. Thank you, Mickey. For the Turks, we're going to with number 11. Kobe Keeler is out there. Colby's out there doing his warm-up tosses.
I believe on Friday we had his father announce the game.
That's right. His father, his dad, Matt, filled in, and I appreciate Matt doing that on Friday. Had a prior commitment on Friday, and I think, and Matt will be here, I believe, on this Friday as well, too, because I have another commitment on Friday. But other than that, I should be available for the rest of the games. Bless you, Mickey.
Easy to remember. We have the same name.
That's right. That's right. Matt and Matt. But again, as we had made mention earlier, I was kind of looking at the extended weather forecast, and this week looks a little wet. So whether Friday happens or not, we'll just kind of have to see what Mother Nature has in store for us. All right, we are making our way to the top of the 4th. London Conrad, number 3 for the Eagles, steps in. And Keeler on the mound. Also, this is our first opportunity for me to see Mr. Keeler this season. He's a big kid, big, strong kid. And it's outside, ball 1. Takes the sign. The set. And foul back off the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Mr. Lopez lasts through 3, and we get our new pitching change here, starting in inning 4. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bell outside, maybe needs to warm up.
You know, this is a tough situation to come into. You're trailing by 5. The conditions, like I said, it's chilly out. To get warm, it's going to be interesting. It may take him an inning to really get in the groove here. So. And hot shot right to the second baseman, River King, who makes the play cleanly for out number 1. And number 6, Doyle, steps in for the Eagles. And hit high, but not too deep. That's going to be a tough one. Oh, and charging in from right field to make the play unassisted for out number 2. So nice play there by the right fielder. And that was number 9, which is Riley Stower. All right, so 2 down, quickly 2 down here for the Eagles. Keeler gets some help on the defensive side, and that's always appreciated when you're out there on the mound. And hit sharply up the middle, charging. River King, second baseman, just couldn't get the handle, and the runner is safely at first base.
Need to get this third out before the bases start getting loaded.
Yep. Well, I know that Keeler out there on the mound, I'm sure, appreciates that some nice defensive play and helping him out here early on. He's got that runner at first, looking him over. Coming to the plate. Oh, that's high and inside, ball 1. Almost got Reedy, his counterpart out there, the pitcher for the Eagles. He is at the plate right now and stepped back and got outside of that one that got just a little away from Mr. Keeler. Runner goes. Perigo. Oh, that's a tough throw. Oh, that's the ball hit the rubber right there at the pitcher's mound and actually bounced back towards home plate. That's something you don't see that very often.
Don't have a lot of reaction time.
Yeah, the throw by Perigo was a little bit, definitely too low to be even playable if it hadn't hit the rubber. Nice stop by Perigo. Ball was in the dirt. So Keeler's still kind of trying to find himself out there, still struggling a little bit with his control, but that's to be expected from the youngster and coming in. All right, and Reedy makes his way down to first. So we got runners at first and second. Still 2 outs. Keeler's okay. He's got that runner in scoring position. He just needs a nice little ground ball here to get him out of this inning. Inside, ball 1. Just high. The catcher Perigo trying to frame that in to get the call, but just a little high. Same exact spot. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Eagles leading the hometown Turks 5-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Outside. All right. So now, Matthew, we got the base. The base is full. What are you thinking right now? What's Mr. Keeler thinking out there right now?
Can't say what he's thinking, but
or what are you
this
thinking?
is exactly what happened a couple innings ago.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the last inning.
Is what gave him 5 runs.
Yeah, that's what kind of opened the floodgates. So, again, Mr. Keeler's in a tough spot. Let's see if the youngster can pitch his way out of this jam here. That's low, ball 1. So still kind of struggling to find his groove as far as his location is concerned. Velocity has been decent, but again, still struggling a little bit with his control here in the 4th inning. And it's hit sharply, straightaway center, retreating, and makes the catch for out number 3. So dodged a big one there, because that could have been trouble. If that had gotten over center fielders, that had scored at least 2 runs. But the Turks come away unscathed. They head to the bottom half of the 4th, still trailing 5-0.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2, and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
All right, and we are back. We want to recognize some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Cascade Athletics, your one-stop source for all WIA athletic scores and statistics. Be sure to stop by their website, browse the game pictures, catalogs, update daily with all games, scores, and what's happening across the state. That's how in preparation for today's broadcast, that's where I always go. I go to the Cascade Conference Athletic website. It tells me the scores. It tells me what the opponent is that we're playing for that day, and it gets me up to speed very, very quickly. So we appreciate it. Yes? Yeah, it's a great resource. Great resource. Again, if you can't make all those games, but of course, you need to be listening here on TurkPride.tv, and you get all the information from us firsthand. Perigo steps in, the catcher, and Reedy's still on the mound, looking sharp for gone the distance so far for the Eagles. Reedy still throwing 79 miles an hour, so the velocity is definitely still there for the big right-hander. Check swing, foul. Strike on the outside corner by Reedy. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs for the Turks, bottom half of the 4th inning. Turks trailing 5-0. Outside ball. Count is full. Hit sharply against the screen down the first baseline. Count is still full. And Perigo fouls it off the screen again. Reedy delivers. And Perigo fouls off again. So he's really battling out there. It's 3 consecutive fouls. Up and over the screen, down the first base line for Mr. Perigo, number 21, the catcher.
But as Aaron Day, their assistant coach, is saying it's better than nothing.
Yeah, hey, yeah, I can hear
He's hitting
Coach.
the balls.
I can hear Coach Day from here. Chopped, a little slow roller to third, fields it cleanly, comes up throwing hard, over to first base, and just in time for out number 1. Nice play by the third baseman there to charge hard and come up throwing strong.
Number 22, Elias Lopez.
So our starting pitcher today, Mr. 22, Elias Lopez, is going to step in. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And it's a strike on the outside corner. I believe we've got the technical difficulties that were plaguing us earlier behind us now, hopefully, as far as the audio. Maybe executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, if you're within the sound of my voice, you can confirm that things are coming through loud and clear here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Ooh, hit sharply. Reedy tries to knock it down with a glove. Batted down by the shortstop and throws not in time. And we got a base runner out there, Matthew.
That we do.
That's good. We need more of those. We need a lot more of those, right?
Quite a few.
Get those 5 runs back. We got to keep getting moving runners around.
Got a runner on second base.
Second there, yep, and we do. Pass ball.
Actually, the difficulty this time around didn't appear to be on us, but on the program itself.
Oh,
we
is
had
that
it
right?
listed on away, which is Cedar Park,
Right.
having 5 points, but it gave it to us. On
Oh,
the street
sweet little. Okay, well, we do apologize. Yes, unfortunately, Cedar Park is the team with 5, and the Turks with nothing right now. So
It was so bizarre.
early on, Caesar's still working some of the kinks out here. You know.
Friday worked fine, like on all fronts. What's today's
is
problem?
that right?
man? Maybe it's the weather. It's got us all
It's
down.
gotta be the jeez. Weather's just it's cold fingers. And Mickey's over here. She's got her gloves on. She's got little red gloves on her hands. It's Mickey Miller, our PA announcer extraordinaire over here, keeping us in line with the balls and strikes and making the announcements for us here today. Low. Oh, wow.
Too close
Yeah,
for
Lopez
comfort.
almost got a little too far extended there. And if it had been a better throw back, he would have gotten picked off, but luckily was able to scamper safely back to second base. High.
We're a little hungry for some points, though. We may need to take some extra measures.
Extra measures. Matthew says we need extra measures here. I think we just need to keep getting base hits and keep moving runners around out there. And
Way over us.
Oh, way high.
I'm a
I said,
driver now. I gotta be careful too.
Now, did you park far enough away?
I parked off there, but
Oh,
with these
okay.
guys hitting, it may not be far enough.
Yeah, this is the danger zone, Matthew. You gotta be careful. Parking in the danger zone. You might walk out and have a smashed windshield or a big dent in your hood.
Kenny Loggins, I believe.
There you go. That's right. Highway to the danger zone. Yeah, there's areas here at Sultan High School is definitely park at your own risk. Swing and a miss. And Mickey, I know you keep your car parked over there, right? She doesn't even take a chance. She just keeps it in the staff parking lot, like way over there.
We could use the walk.
Yeah. Hamilton slaps the first pitch foul down the third base line. So 2 down for the Turks, bottom of the 4th. Runner at second, Lopez. And just trying to find a way to get a run across, break the ice here and start clawing their way back into this game. And slapped to the shortstop. Oh, gets underneath it. That's what you got to do. Keep running, and Lopez is going to score. The Turks are going to be on the board. What should have been a routine play for the shortstop just skipped right underneath his glove into left field, and we got ourselves a run on the board.
On the board.
There you go, Matthew. Now it's the 4th inning. It was the 5th inning on Friday, but see, it could be deja vu all over again. Now we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Turks still got a ways to go here, but it's good that they're on the board. Ooh, and King really turns on one.
It's in the tennis courts now.
Yes, that was a tennis court shot, but just too far ahead of it. Too far ahead of it and knocked it foul down the third base line out of play. Outside 1-1. Ball.
Now I think on Friday's game, the Wolverines might start getting a little cocky or a little restless. They started slipping up there towards the end, as these guys just did.
There you go. Overconfidence. You got to be careful about that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first. River King is the batter. And lifts a little bloop. It falls in. The center fielder tried to make a sliding basket catch and just unable, and King is going to make his way. We got runners at second and third.
Let's get those boys in.
There we go. There we go. Starting to look more and more like Friday all the time.
Getting better all the time.
That's right. That's right. Big opportunity here if the Turks can come away with just to get a couple more and just get this within a couple of runs. Definitely be a big momentum shift for them. It'll be interesting to see how long they stay with Reedy out there on the mound because he's starting to tire a little bit. Velocity, though, staying pretty good. He's still in the upper 70s, so he hasn't lost anything on his velocity, but I think they're starting to figure out Mr. Reedy a little bit and starting to make some contact with the ball. Strike. 0-2. 2 outs here for the Turks. Runners at second and third, trailing the bottom half of the fourth, 5-1. Swing and a miss, and wow. 2 runners stranded out there, but they do come across and break through the ice and score 1 as we head to the top of the fifth. The Turks trailing 5-1.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a Tocino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo.
Rico.
And we're back. Making our way to the top half of the fifth here. Turks trailing 5-1. For those of you just joining us, it was the third inning that was kind of the, or the fourth inning, excuse me, that was kind of the undoing for the Turks, but they came back and scored 1, so we're now 5-1 as we're making our way to the top of the fifth inning. Hahn, who helped get things started for the Eagles back in the third, leads things off. Fouled. Out of play down the first base line. Number 11, Kobe Keeler, is in. Continues as the pitcher for the Turks. Big right-hander out there. And Keeler gets the corner. And lifted. That's in play. Right fielder's got a beat on it and makes the catch for out number 1. And number 24, Maxwell, next up for the Eagles. And for those of you, Cedar Park Christian is located in Bothell, which is the north end of Lake Washington. Not that far geographically from us here in Sultan. And they've been part of the Cascade Conference for, I want to say, gosh, a good probably 7-8 years. High and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 down here in the top half of the 5th. And slapped towards the shortstop. Bobbles it slightly. Comes up throwing hard. And got him just in time. Way to stick with it out there. You know, Matthew, what I think we're finding is some of the fielders out there having a little hard time with the ground is a little damp and it gets soft and the ball just doesn't come up, doesn't bounce.
Doesn't bounce. It's much harder to grab.
Yeah, and it's a little slippery and it just doesn't come up off of a hard surface as high as it would off a surface that's slightly damp, slightly softer. And I think that we're seeing some of the fielders just not field the ball as cleanly as they normally would because of the conditions. Even though we haven't had any rain, we did have a fair amount of rain right before the game started this afternoon. Foul off the screen down the first base line. So some of those things, you know, even though there isn't rain going on right now, it can affect play. The general field conditions overall are pretty good. But again, that field's just not quite as, infield's not as hard as it normally would be had we not had the rain. Perigo sets up outside, and Keeler misses the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Base is empty for the Eagles. Inside, 2-2. And ball. Full count. So Keeler still looking to find his groove. He's been the beneficiary of some good defense thus far in the time that he's been out there on the mound, but still struggling a little bit to find that sweet spot. And that's high, ball 4. So he gives up the walk. And player trots down to first base. Number 17, Aaron Steech. I guess Aaron Steech is how you pronounce the young man's name. And again, we'd like to welcome any fans. We were remiss in welcoming any fans from Cedar Park Christian and Bothell that might be here. As I look out, we got actually, you know, even though it's a chilly day, Matthew, we got a pretty good group on both sides. Good number of fans come out to support our student athletes today. But here we're hoping for some nice sunnier weather, though. Nice warm sunny day with short sleeves and shorts. That's what we're hoping for. Speaking of somebody in warmer places, Diamond Dave Moon, producer extraordinaire, is sitting back in the warm palatial studios. Or heck, for all we know, he could be home having dinner right now, and we would never know, right? Dave, if you're out there, just send us a text. Let us know you're still alive and kicking, all right? Yeah, what's for dinner tonight? Let us know. We'd like the viewers, the inquiring minds would like to know what the lovely and talented Jen Moon is cooking for dinner tonight, right?
Get us through the game.
Yeah. It's like, come on. He bails, leaves us here in the cold. No beverages, no food, no nothing. I mean, with these conditions, Mickey, this is horrible. Jeez. We got to renegotiate our contracts here or something, you know? That's right. Nice pitch by Keeler. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. And Keeler trying to see if he can retire the side here and get back in the dugout. Swing and a miss for strike 3. All right, so Keeler definitely looking sharper here in this inning, and the Turks come away unscathed. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th with the score: Cedar Park 5, Sultan 1.
Well, memories are made.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2, and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
All right, and we're back. Leading things off for the Turks here in the bottom out of the 5th inning, number 9, Riley Strausser. Swing and a miss. And fair ball just down the third base line, just hooking, fair, and we're going to have a leadoff double here. Woohoo!
That's how you start an inning.
There you go. And Matt, I see we have a new pitcher as well, too, for the Eagles. Welcome to the game. Let's see, Aaron Steech. Yeah, Aaron Steech, number 17. So Mr. Steech is greeted there with a nice, solid double right down the line. And
hopefully his new inclusion will give us an opening.
There you go. So Kobe Keeler, number 11, our pitcher. Current pitcher is up. First time we've seen Kobe at the plate here today. And he's a big kid, boy. Inside. Did you get him? Nope. Thought he got him. Thought he got a piece of his pants there, but not quite. He was able to skip out of the way.
My brother, he's a friend of Kobe Keeler. I remember one story where 4th graders gone to a baseball game for free. They didn't let Kobe in.
Thought he was too old?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall. He's a big kid. He really is. Now, is he a freshman or a sophomore?
He's a freshman.
Freshman. That's what I thought. And that's pretty rare to see a freshman play. I mean, we've had a few in recent memory of players that have played up as freshmen on the varsity squad, but it doesn't happen that frequently. Oh, well, then there we go. Since we don't have a JV squad, then that makes it even more reasonable. But still, again, to get a youngster that has the talent to play as a freshman is kind of a rare thing. All right, and Keeler's on. So we want to also reach out to those of you that are enjoying the broadcast here on TorquePride.tv. We want to ask you to hit subscribe there on our feed because that helps keep our broadcast free of charge. That's a good thing, right? Free is good?
Yes.
Free is good.
Money is good, but
Money is
free
good.
the customer first.
Correct. And I know that, Matthew, before you, we had some different generations of this where we had a module where you had to pay for the broadcast, and it just didn't work well. And so what we need to continue for that to happening, to be providing this programming to you free of charges, hit that subscribe button and really help us out to help you out here to keep these broadcasts free so that you can enjoy them. And I know that parents, grandparents, and people like that can't be here to watch their grandkids play. This is just a wonderful, wonderful service, and we want to continue bringing that to you here on TorquePride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Caleb Webb up here for the Turks. And we got runners on first and second, Matthew.
You got 2 balls, no strikes, shaping up.
Check swing. All right. Turks starting to get a little momentum, starting to get some runners. We just got to push a few more runs across here. This game is still a very winnable game, but the Turks starting to get a little short on at bat, so they need to strike now. That's ball, pass ball. Everybody's going to advance. All right. Oh, excuse me, that was a walk. I apologize. Okay, that was a walk. So now the bases are full.
Caleb Webb, he's in our band department, which I'm also a part of. He's a French horn player.
There you go.
We're going off.
You just know everybody. You're just
I hesitate to say no everyone, but there's a lot of seniors on this team.
There is. And that's why we see a lot of familiar names. For those of you that watched the broadcast last year, you're probably hearing a lot of the same names because we had a lot of the kids. We didn't lose very many players last year. It was a very young squad, but now it's going to be a very senior-heavy squad. So next year you're going to see a lot of new faces next year. All right, so Mr. Perigo definitely, and nice strong single would score 2 right here, which would sure sound nice. Hit sharply to the shortstop, over to second for the force for 1, but not in time, and the Turks score a run. So we get 1 out of that. I'll take that. I'll take an out for a run.
No.
And it's now 5-2. So we got runners on the corners, first and third, 1 down for Lopez. Oh, and he hits sharply, but it's going to fall. Runner tags, and he's going to score. So just like, but he's going to get caught in a base running error there, potentially. And, that hurts. When you got somebody that could have. He is out. All right, yeah, so Perigo is out, gets caught between second and third, and that's unfortunate because we would have could have got out of that with just 1 out and runners at first and second, but now we have 2 outs and a runner at first only, but we score another one.
Yeah, we're starting to catch up.
5-3.
If we can keep them at where they're at and slowly grind our way up, we could come out with a victory.
That's exactly right. We just need to play good defense and hold them scoreless the remainder of the way and just kind of keep doing what we're doing right now. And lifted into right field, but right at the right fielder for out number 3. But the Turks score 2.
Turks did score 2.
We'll take that 2, and we'll head now to the top of the 6th, trailing 5-3.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo,
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
And we're back.
And yes, we are. So I received the confirmation from Diamond Dave Moon that he is home. He's getting ready to enjoy a steak and baked potato.
Oh,
His lovely
that's
wife has cooked for him this evening. Dave, we're jealous that we're sitting here freezing
Tremendous.
and hungry.
Tremendously jealous.
Freezing and hungry, but you know, I mean that's because he's the big guy. You know, we're just the unpaid help. Not underpaid. It's just
Or
unpaid.
paid in
Unpaid.
experience. And
That's right. That's right. We're
It's
richer
for the journey.
We're richer for the experience. It's all about the climb, right? Oh.
but like steak and potatoes, like
Yeah,
that's all I can really ask for in
I
a
mean,
dinner.
big thick steak, big baked potato with all the fixings: butter, sour cream, bacon bits, shredded cheese, the whole 9 yards. So you know, Dave's living large. We're sitting here, you know.
Or the whole 3 bases in our case.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dave. So you know, be sure to think about us there, big guy. See, like I said, he's got Matthew now with you and Sultan and all the other producers that we have now. Dave doesn't really have to do anything other than just sit around and be the big cheese, you know. He twists arms. He gets me and Matt and stuff to come in here and do the broadcasting, you know.
I don't know about twisting arms. I volunteered to be here.
That's right, you did. Well, I'm glad you did, and enjoy working with you. So, all right.
You know, Zoltan. His name shares a striking similarity to Sultan.
It does.
Maybe got it.
There we go.
It may be destiny, Zoltan.
There we go. Now, when I heard Zoltan's name, when I heard that he was going to be with us, I've never met Zoltan before until tonight. At first, I thought of now I'm going to date myself a little bit. There was a movie called Big back in 1988.
Yes,
with Zoltar, I think, was the name of the video, the machine that he made the wish that turned him into a. But I thought it was Zoltan, but it was Zoltar, I think, is the name of the video game. So.
Was that with Robin Williams?
No, it was with Tom Hanks. Tom
That was
Hanks,
the
yes, and Big.
first one I was thinking.
Yeah, so he made the wish, and he turned overnight to a 30-year-old, and
Oh.
yeah, it's a cute movie. 1988 that came out. So yes, I believe so. Sorry, I digress here. I'm losing track of the game. So Mr. Keeler's definitely settling in. 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th inning.
No one on base.
It's looking good. Yep, looking good. There you go. Yep, definitely starting to find his groove here. Mr. Reedy, 15, who is a starting pitcher for the Eagles. So Turks are going to get 2 more opportunities, bottom of the 6th, and then they'll finish things up at the bottom of the 7th to see if they can get themselves back into a position to win this thing. How exciting would that be, huh? Is it falling behind 5-0 there initially?
Always good to see.
Ooh, hit sharply, but right to the right fielder and caught. On the fly
quick
for
inning.
out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Turks. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. The score remains 5-3. All right, I think, Matt, why don't we go ahead and recognize some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv.
Also, paying extra for a commercial, we also have a Sultan Chiropractic. Dr. Koppel has been serving the Valley for many years. He's actually done quite a bit for our program. He sponsors TurkPride.tv. It's just one of his many community programs he's gotten behind. Everyone should be pain-free, and Dr. Koppel is always accepting new patients. Also, a new development, Bigfoot Brew, which is
In Gold Bar.
in Gold Bar.
Yeah.
The newest espresso shop.
Mm-hmm.
Come and see us each day for our morning $2 happy hour and daily specials.
Yes, it is. And then Brandy Varnell Photography. Need pictures? Call Brandy. She does a great job. She's also helps with Tech Club photos and things
Yeah, I
such as
believe
that
she
as well.
took our photo.
Did
when
she?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Didn't
Very
get my
cool.
face in it. I can't say how good it was, but
There you go. Yep, and then again, Les Schwab Tires, Rico's Pizza and Gold Bar, we've had a nice spot. Vic's Burger Shack also does a nice spot here, and Embroidery for the Soul in Sultan. So lots of great sponsors. We appreciate all that you do to support the co-curricular, extracurricular activities here at Sultan High School and the activities that we do here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan athletics. Jack Hamilton, number 27, leading things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Turks, and they're trailing just by 2. Now Matthew is all 5-3.
let's get the score up.
I think let's get another inning like last inning and make this thing exciting here.
Jack Hamilton, I think, is relatively new. Could be like a sophomore or a junior.
Yeah, Mr. Hamilton, I don't recall him being on the squad last year, so like I said, lots of familiar names, but a few new ones this year. As we
It's
talk,
good to get the fresh blood in here with the super senior heavy teams.
yeah,
here.
you know, again, it's always a mixed bag when you have a very heavy senior team. Obviously, you expect a lot because you've got kids that have been in the program a lot of years, but then that sure means you have a lot of new faces the following year too. When they, like you as a senior, moving on, right? Yeah. Swing and a miss. So what are your post-high school plans, Matthew? What are you going to be doing next year?
The plan, going off to Moses Lake.
'Kay.
And become a pilot.
I become a pilot. Good for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, hit high, but very playable. And third
Yeah.
baseman goes over and makes the catch for out number 1. Are your plans to be eventually a commercial pilot, or what's your plans?
Well, get a commercial license.
A personal license, and then
But it isn't the same as like flying a bunch of people. There's extra schooling for that. I don't know if I'm cut out for that, but I want to be as like a cargo pilot.
oh, there you go.
Like Castaway, except without the
Fly
crashing and dying part.
yeah, without the flashing, and talking to a volleyball for
Yeah.
years and years, right? There you go.
I always like using that movie for explaining like why some island civilizations turn out a little weirder than others. You look at Castaway; he was stuck on that island for just 4 years.
Yeah.
Through friends with a ball.
Yeah, Wilson.
Think of an entire society stuck on an island by themselves.
Like Gilligan's Island, right?
Yeah.
Mm. All right, River King, the River Masters, stepping in here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, Turks trailing by 2. Yeah, that's low ball. Ball. 3-1. Hitter's pitch. And I get something good to look at right here. Oh, that hits him. All right, hit by pitch, and got him right in the left shoulder there, but he seems to be just fine, and briskly trots his way down to first base.
Shine it on.
Yeah, no biggie there.
24, Timmy Lewis.
Timmy Lewis, number 24, steps in, and so we got a runner out there. Let's see if we can move him around to scoring position. Turks only trail by 2, so anybody's game still here with time to go. And a slow roller to third base, over to second for 1, over to first, too late. But they do get the lead runner, River King, at second. So we didn't gain anything on that one. Actually went backwards and got another out on the board.
Ain't as good as we'd want it to happen.
Right.
Starting to run out of time.
Yeah, you're getting down to 4 outs left here. So, takes a big lead. Oh, just gets back.
On Friday, we were discussing like how it's mostly like the older kids they'll like dive because of like how bad it could be for your collarbone or arms.
Yeah,
legs.
it definitely is. It's dangerous out there.
Like when I
diving
played
back.
baseball, we had to wait for the field to get like muddy for us to do some practice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it being a senior heavy team, it was a lot of us freshmen that had to be broken in.
Right. Yeah, those bases, they stick up there and they don't give very well. Ooh.
Actually, my
Way
father
ahead.
and I, for a time, we were both the unbreakable people in our family. We haven't broken any bones, but he was doing some softball, slid in, broke his finger. I think.
Ouch.
Or fibula. Some bad in his leg.
On those big bones in your leg.
Now I'm all that's left.
You're the last one, huh? All right. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Turks, looking to move them around and see if they can get just a little bit closer here. Chopped weakly up to the pitcher, fields it and gets him for out number 3. So threatened, but no points on the board. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. Turks trailing 5-3.
Let's say you're driving along in Washington on Highway 2, and you find yourself in Sultan. Better yet, you live here. It's the home of the Turks, by the way. And you realize you haven't had a hot cup of coffee today. That's okay. Just drive east and look for the giant windmill located on the east end of Sultan. Even voted the best coffee in Sky Valley. It's a simple formula. Windmill plus hot coffee equals a happy you. Windmill Espresso, proud sponsor of the Sultan Turks.
And we're back. All right, we're making our way to the 7th inning. And Turks trailing by 2. So, it gets pretty easy. You got to play defense to let them score and score 2 and see if we can extend this game here.
Oh man, we forgot to play Thunderstruck.
I know. We're like I said, we will have next game. We will have our music and we'll have it a little bit kind of snuck up on us here.
Maybe we can play Final Countdown next inning.
The Europe, the final countdown. Of course, we've got to have that. That would be our in-between inning music here in the 7th inning. But unfortunately, we don't have that tonight. But we will have it for you on our next broadcast. Inside ball 1.
Don't let the broadcast know that. We don't want to get to demonetize those beautiful 27 cents that we'd lose.
Yeah, that's right. No, we even had some of the people here in the crowd saying, "Where's the music between the innings and stuff?" It's like,
hey man,
we're gonna have walk-up music. Mickey said, hopefully, if the boys get on top of things here and get that, poor Mickey, they're saying, why don't you play their walk-up music? It's like, well, I can't play what I don't have. You know, they got to get it to me here. They got to do something. We can't do it all for them. Back over the screen.
Right
Foul.
over us.
We've lost probably the 6th or 7th ball that's gone back over the screen. So hopefully
they have dogs.
Hopefully we're getting those back. Yeah, they're not just turning into chew toys for the neighbors' dogs, right?
Like in a Sandlot.
Yeah, exactly. The mongrel. Low and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. High, and Keeler walks his first batter. So the leadoff batter trots his way down to first base.
Keep him as far away from the home plate as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely can't allow any more runs. Trailing by 2 and just 3 more outs to play with here. Inside, ball 1. .66-mile-an-hour strike there from Keeler. Throw over to first. Easily gets back under the throw. Runner goes. And good throw, but just misses him. Nice throw by Perigo, though.
Oh, that looked good to me.
It did. It was just slightly up the line, or down the line, I should say, as far as the throw. If he'd gotten up line just a little bit, he might have gotten him, but just field umpire said he just made it underneath the throw. And hit popped high and very playable. Second baseman comes over and makes the play unassisted for out number 1. So runner still at second, 1 out for the Eagles here in the top half of the 7th, leading the hometown Turks 5-3. So we want to encourage you tomorrow evening on TurkPride.tv. We have a soccer match, both JV and varsity. And Matthew, I know you've been doing some of the broadcasts for soccer.
I have.
Yeah, do you enjoy doing that?
As much as one can. I'm definitely not as versed in soccer as I am in baseball.
Well, soccer is one thing that I have never, broadcasted, helped do some color one time. I'm not a soccer, very knowledgeable about soccer, and again, soccer's, it's a different, got a different pace to it, and not a lot of scoring. And
we have like chat on our stream, and some people at the soccer game were interacting with us. It was fun.
Very cool. I know that we get that at for football also too. We'll get people submitting comments and so forth throughout the game, which is great. Actually, we did a playoff game with Nooksack here this last year, and we had Nooksack fans. And hey, you guys are doing great. Really appreciate you doing the broadcast, and because they couldn't make it down to Sultan for that particular game. And I know that that's something here that really. Opportunity for students like yourself to broadcast, but it's just really great for the families that are maybe at work, or grandparents that live out of town and can see their grandkids play and really keep a part of their life without actually having to be here. Foul over the screen again.
It's going over by the houses.
That one I think might have made the house. That one's
need to start keeping tally.
Had a little bit of oomph on it there. outside. No, I know my mother, when my son Matthew, name is Matthew also too, played catcher for the Turks, wore number 21. I saw Mr. Pergo down there with number 21, and for a second I thought it was my flashbacks to when my son Matthew played out there.
Catcher and number 21.
Yeah, catcher and number 21. It's like, wow. She lives in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and so I know that she would log on and watch Matthew play when he was here, and it was great that she was able to, watch him play ball when she was quite a ways away. So that's
I have
really
some family that live in Spokane. That ain't too far.
that isn't too
It's
far.
like 20-minute drive.
It isn't. Spokane is just right on I-90.
There's
down
a
the
ball
street.
stuck in the
There is one
fence over there.
in the fence. Yep.
Oh,
And
down
lifted.
center.
Straightaway center and caught.
Good job, Caleb.
There you go, Caleb Webb. Two down. I think it was Caleb Webb, I believe. I think so, yeah. And popped up. Pergo is on it and makes the catch. Unassisted for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of 7 with the Turks trailing the Eagles 5-3.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto gino d'amor, delle belle turbando al riposo.
Rico's Pizza, where memories are made.
All right, we are back. And again, leading things off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, our pitcher of record, number 11, Kobe Keeler. Swing and a miss. And he lifts one into center field. Oh, nice catch by the center fielder. Almost fell in for a single, but
That was a nice hit, though.
it was. It was a nice hit. Like I said, the center fielder was not playing too deep, and he was in a good position, was able to make the charge and make the catch. Out number 1. .80 miles an hour. This young man out here, our
Yeah.
pitcher
Don't you notice
number.
he's getting more aggressive?
Yeah, number 7. We have a pitching change. Number 7 is Brandon McLean is on the hill for the Eagles.
But faster doesn't necessarily is better.
Just
'cause
means it can go farther if you make contact. You just gotta make contact is all. Caleb Webb, number 1.
Foul.
Foul back to the screen. And on the corner, and that's out number 2. So Turks are down to their last out, and it's going to be number 21, Alex Perigo stepping in.
Not boding well.
Yeah, we're getting down to the last hurrah here. So. .81-mile-an-hour strike. Definitely throwing with some velocity out there, Mr. McLean. You get used to something a little softer, and then all of a sudden you bring in a hard thrower, and that might do it here over to first for out number 3. So close,
game.
But not to be today. The Turks come up on the short end of a 5-3 score against the Eagles of Cedar Park. So.
5-3.
5-3. Good game though, and like I said, Turks really were down 5-0, but really showed some grit and came back, scored 3 runs, got on the board, made it a close game, and overall a very entertaining game. So I think that the bodes well for the team moving forward here for the rest of the season.
Do we want to announce a player of the game?
Yeah, so Matthew, what's your thoughts as far as the player of the game? I know we chatted just a few minutes ago about mentioned one person's name that I would be fine with.
Like, I've been keeping tabs on Kobe Keeler. He's been doing quite a bit of pitching.
I think I would agree with that. I think Kobe Keeler would be a very deserving recipient. I think the reason that I would say that is that as a freshman to come into the game in a situation where you're down 5-0 and to show the maturity and composure to keep the score at 5, didn't give up any additional runs, got into a couple of jams, pitched his way out. Now, again, he got some help. He did get some good defense from his teammates. But for a freshman, that shows me a lot that he has the maturity at that young age to come in.
All right, want to see if we can get him up
Yep.
here?
So Mickey Miller's going to see if we can.
Could we have Kobe Keeler come up to the press box, please?
There we
May
go.
need to wait until they're done with their
Yeah, they're going to do their
post-loss lap.
little stretching, but we're going to get Kobe Keeler up there and see if we can chat with that young man.
Loss is never fun. I've had my knee in the gravel many
Yeah,
instance.
ouch. Yeah, that's we can do it. Yeah, we'll get it. Yep. So anyway, we'll just take a little brief break here as we wait for Mr. Keeler to come up, and we'll chat with him, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, so We're joined here on the broadcast by Colby Keeler. Colby, congratulations. You're our TurkPride.tv player of the game.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's move that up just a little closer. There you go. So, tell us a little bit. You're a freshman, correct? I mean,
Yeah.
to look at you, big and tall as you are, I wouldn't have guessed that, but I know your folks, and I know. What was it like as a freshman coming into a game where you're down 5 runs, okay, and the coach puts you out there in the game? How's that feel? A little nervous?
Yeah, it's kind of scary at times, but I just tried to pitch my best.
You did, and like I said, when you first came in, it looked like you were a little nervous. You struggled a little bit there at first, but you got some benefits, some good defense.
Oh,
your teammates
they did
played
really
well
good today.
Yeah, they played well behind you, and to hold them to no additional runs to me shows a lot of maturity for a man of your age. So, anyway, for myself and Matt, I think Matt, that was the big thing, right? Is that just the maturity coming in and holding them and not giving up any more runs. So. Yeah. So anyway, we'd like to congratulate you as our TurkPride.tv player of the game. All right, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And we're going to get a quick picture. Matt's going to get a picture of you there. All right, so for those of you at home, we appreciate you spending time tuning in with us here today on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. We're the hometown Turk, come up just too shy to the visiting Eagles. And the score is 5-3. So we hope you join us on this coming Friday for our next home broadcast, where I know Matthew, my co-host, will be here, and my colleague Matthew Keeler, Colby's dad, will actually be here broadcasting because I am going to be helping be a judge at the Future Chef competition at the high school. That's an annual event that we do, so we'll be there. There we go. The creative. That's correct. You're going to be there. So Matt and I will be there, and so we appreciate you tuning in and catching the broadcast on Friday. So for Matthew and myself, we wish you all the best, and we will talk to you soon.